Hello everyone, and it's welcome back to Follow the Fin with Joe Quinn. It's the 23rd of September, so we're into the last week of the wild brown trout fishing here on Lough Conn. So I'm heading out today, hopefully get episode 10 done. Since I was here last, we've had plenty of rain, maybe too much, plenty of wind that I couldn't get out fishing. I'm kind of at the age now, I don't like when it's gone out when it's too windy. Years ago it wouldn't stop me, but now I just don't like being tossed about in the boat on my own. So as you can see, the lake is up, it's at winter level. No sign of the two piers that's out there. So I'm going to head out. It's a very bright day, but there is cloud cover coming. And I'll probably go down the lake, go down towards Braancho, and more than likely I will cross the lake to Massbrook Bay again, and hopefully there's a few trout starting to gather to run the rivers there to spawn. Just one outfit set up today, 10-foot guideline NT11 for a 6 weight. This is what I use now all the time for my wet fly fishing. I really love this rod. And just set up with 3 wet flies, actually the same wet flies I had on in Series 9, a Vision GT reel that I have for many years now, and I have an intermediate line, the Airflow Midlass. So if you enjoy watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it will help my channel grow. And I'm really enjoying the YouTube bit now. It was kind of a bit of a project when I retired, but yeah, just enjoying it. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thanks for watching the videos, and all comments are welcome. So push the boat out, and as always, we'll see what the day brings. So, first drift now, I pulled up here at Renmore Point, one of my favourite spots. There's the pin there, just marking a few rocks that's there, and I find that south wind blowing out, you can go out up to 200 metres out and you should be meeting fish, meeting trout. There's a south wind that's blowing today. There's a bit of cloud cover. I was going to come out this morning, but there wasn't a sign of a cloud. So the only thing I don't like with a south wind is you're drifting with the sun on your back. So in other words, if a trout comes to your flies, he's coming into the flies, he's looking up at the sun, and sometimes he'll just miss the flies. Like, I'm looking for an excuse. So I'll fish this out. I'll just do one drift here out about 200 metres, and I'll move on down towards Braancho, but I definitely will cross the lake. Yeah, the lake's at winter level, you know, it's out in the bushes there behind me. There was a competition here on Sunday, the David Brown Memorial Cup, and unfortunately I couldn't fish it. And there was a good turnout, and I think there was something like, yeah, there was a good few trout caught. and I hope I can find some of them here now. The water is clear anyway. One advantage. The temperatures have dropped a wee bit. I think it's about 13 degrees today, you know. So as I said, we're into the last week. It's been an unusual year. You just had to be on the lake on the right day, at the right time. Fishing has changed a lot over the years. You know, I don't know why, and it's everywhere. It's in most lakes. Nothing happened at Renmore Point, so here at Braancho Point now, so I'm more out in the open, and just a nice wave. And like that, I'm searching from left to right for the wet flies. No need to cast far. I did quite a few drifts here in Braancho. Drifts that would always produce the trout for me. But the fishing, it's just very slow. I haven't even seen a fish or even touched a fish. So I decided to try my luck on the far side of the lake. So I've crossed the lake. I'm out since 2 o'clock. It's now 3:30, and I crossed over to Conn. Oh, that's a trout after springing away down below me about 100 metres. Good sign to see. Nothing was happening over the far side, and there's always a good area, Massbrook right down to here, because the trout will be gathering. You find it to be gathering in small shoals. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the boat out a small bit. Fair idea what that trout was now. Will he be there when I get down over him? I've seen it happening before. But it'd be nice if a trout sprang within casting distance, just to see would he come. When I get down to that bit of land there in front of me, I'll go in and have a sandwich. And surely I fished on that drift and never even touched a trout, never even seen a trout. I went in, sat down, I had my sandwich and took a bit of time out to enjoy the fine evening and the nice scenery. We have a saying here when the fishing is tough like this, that the trout have their heads down. They are not looking up. But I've seen plenty of days like this where you would actually think there wasn't a trout in the lake. But we will still persevere on, hoping that we'll get some spot that will just produce a trout or two. The nearest I came to seeing a trout today, so far, was this one that only jumped feet from the boat. And yes, I couldn't entice them to take. You know, as anglers, you have to have great patience. I'm probably out here now fishing for about 3 hours and haven't touched a fish. But it's great exercise for the arms. I fished on down to that point you see there, and yes, the trout are still looking down. So I decided to go back over to Braancho and hoping that I can come across a trout there. There you go. Oh, threw a lot of casts with that fella on the Leggy Peter. Saved the day. Typical Conn trout. Hard fighting trout. Well done, Joe. As I can get a hold of the fly. Finally got one for episode 10. We might get another one. Up you go. Wow. I did a few more drifts in Braancho, and again, nothing doing. And just while I was heading home, I decided to give one last drift over where I caught that trout. I'm just coming in over where I caught that trout the last drift. So it was a good area for a trout here. Lovely conditions, and you're just waiting for an explosion out there in front of you where a trout takes, you know, they can come very aggressive sometimes for the fly. It's just, I can't, there you go. Oh, I had a pull there, just as I said it. I was just about to say, I can't understand why the fishing is so quiet. Yeah. Oh, Conn, another one. Just not taking right. What's up with you? Jesus. Huh? That's unusual now. Two trout there. Probably didn't show up now on the thing, but my, what is wrong? Third time lucky. Yes, lovely. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, it's a bit of a take on now. That's a fantastic take now. Up. Oh, BJ. Come out from under the boat. These trout fairly, for the size of them, they fairly show a great account for myself. Lovely yellow-bellied black Conn trout. That's a hand before I take the fly out of it. As I said, I will put the description up, the fly dressings up. Now, I know by looking at this trout, I can safely tell you the trout is not going to spawn this year. Look at that. Pure beautiful black Conn trout. And off you go. It's always a good idea to check your droppers. And it was bad angling on my behalf how I didn't hook those two trout. I noticed that my top dropper had doubled back on itself and the fly was fishing backwards, making it impossible to hook any trout. And here are the flies that caught those trout, and the dressings will be in the video description. Just looking, turned out nice now. Nice bit of sun. There you have Nathan. And over here in the background there you see a point of a mountain. Behind the mountain, way in the distance. Way in the distance here is Patrick. Nice evening, but the fish are keeping their heads down. So it's time to call it a day. A lot of fishing done for two trout, but still, I'm happy out. And it's over and out. And follow the fin with Joe Quinn. Thanks for watching.